Have you ever faced a frustrating compile error when you thought everything was perfect? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving into a common issue with C# 7.7.0 language features and .NET 4.x. I completely understand how annoying it is when your code compiles perfectly on your machine, but fails on the build server. You're definitely not alone in this struggle. Many developers encounter similar issues. Let's take a closer look at the specific situation. One user recently asked, "Why am I getting compile errors with C# 7.0 features on .NET 4.x?" They shared that their code worked fine locally but failed on the build server. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So, what could be causing these compilation errors? The user mentioned using the out variable declaration in their code, which is a feature introduced in C# 7.0. However, .NET 4.x does not support this feature, leading to the errors. And stick around. I have a crucial tip at the end that will help you avoid these kinds of issues in the future. To address the compilation errors, the user should first understand that the code they are trying to use employs a feature called local function variable declaration, which was introduced in C# 7.0. This feature is not supported in .NET 4.0. Next, the user needs to modify the code to be compatible with .NET 4.0. Instead of declaring the variable inline, the user should declare it before the if statement. After making this change, the user should recompile the project in Visual Studio 2017. This should resolve the compilation errors that were previously encountered. Finally, the user should ensure that all team members are aware of the framework limitations. It's important to communicate that certain C# features require newer versions of .NET. Fun fact, did you know that C# has evolved significantly since its inception? Each version brings new features, but compatibility can sometimes trip us up. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests modifying your code slightly. Instead of declaring the variable inline, they recommend declaring it separately. You can declare an integer variable x first and then use it in the try-parse method. That's all for that response. Let's see what someone else had to say. An alternative solution provided by another user addresses the compilation issue at the build server. They suggest breaking the statement into two parts. First, declare the variable, then use try-parse. This way, you can avoid the compilation errors. This user emphasizes that by declaring the variable separately, you can successfully compile your code without errors. Here's the tip I promised. Always check the compatibility of language features with your target framework. This simple step can save you a lot of headaches. And there you have it. By adjusting your code, you should be able to compile without errors. Remember, understanding compatibility is key. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips and don't miss our next video on advanced C# features.